Hey, what's going on, beautiful family? It's your sister Michelle here, dropping another video for you all. Hope you're doing well in your personal journeys. I'm wishing you nothing but love and light. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. We only got about, what, 11 days, 12 days to Christmas, something like that. It's coming quick, and I hope you enjoy your holidays, you and your family. And if you're going through a struggle, trust me, this time of year should be a glorious time. Don't feel bad about it. So we're going to get straight to topic. Speaking about doing good and not doing bad. Let's talk about when you see or you think and it looks like a narcissist is doing well. How does that make you feel? Now, we always talk about the karma of a narcissist, what's going to happen to a narcissist. We know they're low down and everything else. But let's talk about the deception a lot of times that our emotions show us and tell us when it comes to a narcissist after the discard of you. Or you discard them. How a lot of times we look at it as the narcissist has won and they're doing good. And what does it look like when it actually does look that way? What if you're with a narcissistic person and they go on to a new person and they've done all this dirt to you and you can clearly see, or so you think, that they're doing well. You hear about all the different things that they're doing and you can actually see things that's going on with them and everything else in between, and you're like, you can't figure it out. And you're thinking to yourself, they are doing well. They got away with this. What happens when we see that? Because a lot of times that is exactly what you're going to see because they want you to see it. And of course, in the beginning of a relationship with anybody new, they'll go all out with that new person. So of course it's going to look good because just like they went all out trying to love bomb you, they're doing this with a new person because you've been abused so much and you forgot about the good things, because the good times only last for that long, right? Come on now. We are used to now, by the time we get discarded, all we know is the drama, the bull crap, the abuse. We forgot about the little 5 minutes of happiness we had, right, in the beginning that they fakely gave to us. Fakely gave to us. So now you can see, or you think you can see, that they're doing so well. And a lot of times you'll see them going on trips, like I said before. You'll see them spending lots of money. You see them in pictures and stuff with the narcissist if you're looking. Or you hear about people telling you, oh yeah, they're with the new person. You know, they're doing good. They're working and they got a new house and they got us all this other stuff. And you know, all these brilliant things. But unbeknownst to you, like I always tell you, that's just the beginning phase. But what if it looks like that? And how it makes you feel? It's a trick of your emotions. Because you should remember and recognize who this is and what you endured. They don't change. So what you went through and what you endured, trust me when I tell you, it's going to eventually happen. But of course, we, and I know myself personally, thought in the beginning, for a while, he got away with it and he was doing well. Now I'm going to give you a story time. So it will back up what I'm telling you, okay? Now look, you know the bald-headed monkey, the rat, the roach, the demon, the serpent, the worker of Satan, my ex. He and I split up because he discarded me. If you don't know, if you haven't watched my channel, I was discarded after 15 years. You all know all about that. Put down like a rabies having dog. He put me down like I had rabies. Like they do a dog with rabies. He did it. He did it. Thank God he did it. But anyway, when I first got discarded and he went on with the new supply and I was broken and I was shattered, he was in the love bombing stage because I didn't know what love bombing was. I didn't even know what narcissism was. So I wasn't aware yet what was really happening. So I was noticing everywhere that he would go, she was there. And I used to blow my mind because I was like, well, when I was with him, we were never like that. We would do things together, but it seems like he wants her around all the time. He didn't have me around like that all the time. Here's another thing that I realized. I remember in the beginning stage when I used to go over there acting a fool and doing different things and trying to call and all that craziness I did. Don't do it. They're not worth it. But I did do it, so I tell you the truth. I remember calling the phone and stuff like that, and she would always have his phone. Like, she controlled his phone. And I remember thinking, when I had been with him, he didn't never use his phone. You know how it is. He was hiding the phone. Okay? So I'm like, well, God, she's getting all the stuff, and he's treating her the way a man is supposed to treat a woman in a relationship. This is what's going on. It upset me to the core because I was like, my God. Then I was watching in the beginning. They were going through a stage where he was working at the time a little bit and she was doing whatever she was doing. And they were buying cars and he was getting cars here and there. And, you know, they were trying to build the house up and all this stuff that, was going on. And I'm like, wait a minute. Like, all this stuff is happening. Like, I'm watching it. I'm seeing it because my stupid behind was going over there. And of course, I'm hearing about it. I'm like, wait a minute. He didn't work this hard to make sure that I was okay. Because when we were in a situation, I was the main person providing. I was, of course, the number one parent. I was doing all this stuff, and I was never getting that reciprocated back. And I was like, oh, my God, it looks like he has leveled up. He leveled up. Are you serious? And it was very devastating for me. It absolutely was. And it broke my self-esteem even worse than what it was. But that's what's intended, because that's how they operate. But let me tell you the other side of this coin. Are you ready? Once I started really getting my healing and everything was happening for me, and I realized what I was dealing with, a narcissistic person, and I realized what love bombing was and all this stuff, eventually it started coming to fruition. That was a part of his love bombing stage for her, because he knew what he had done with me, so he had to step the game up. That's what they do. And do even more than they did for you with the new person to get them engaged, because they just lost you. You see how it works? Then later on, I started finding out, well, yeah, they were getting all these cars and all this stuff going on. And I found out most of it was fraudulent. Most of the vehicles they were buying was breaking down on the side of the road because they weren't up to par. They were just whatever. The house that they were working on, they were building. As of today, okay, it looks like a Sanford and Son junkyard. They have turned it into something. Sanford and Son looks like a mansion compared to the stuff that's going on in that situation. But in the beginning, it looked so wonderful. But over time, he has done what he did to me, to her. All the love bombing has stopped and the reality has set in. Now, use the phone. No, she's not using the phone like that because he's too busy trying to hoover his old supplies, his old baby mamas, including me. Texting me when he's supposed to be talking about the kids. Well, you don't have my number anymore. I blocked that ass a while back. You know that. But I'm saying back then, he started trying to reach out to me. And he was using the phone to manipulate me again. And also his other baby mamas and probably other women out in the street. She wasn't getting that anymore. She wasn't getting any of that. Everything that I thought was being glamorized and it looked so grandiose in my face, during the discard with this new person I thought was going on was absolutely a front. Because now she's in a worse situation than I ever was, because I would never live in a situation like that. And when I did have things, we weren't on the side of the road. Do you see what I'm saying? So yeah, it was happening and it looked like something because of the state of mind that I was in. Trust me, that's a lot of it now. But when God lifts you up and lifts the veil off your face, God, whoever you call it to be, you know how I feel about that, believe in what you believe in strongly, reality starts to set in and you'll see it for what it is. Never think that a narcissist, no matter how it looks, even if they're filthy rich or they're well off and they have a lot of money, what does that matter? We see people with all kinds of money. They're some of the most miserable people in the world. That means absolutely nothing, because it's the character we're talking about. It's the morality of an individual we're talking about. Money cannot buy that, honey. You have it or you don't. And as we know, they don't. So no matter the situation of the rich or poor or in between, and you see them now elevating, it's an elevation of deception for the new person. It's an elevation only to be dropped down even harder than what they did to you, because karma is fucking real. Listen to your sister. Believe me when I tell you that. Never trust what you think is happening that looks so great, even though a lot of times we do see that. It's not that. I'm telling you it's not that. No matter what you think, it's not nothing. It's not peaches and cream, honey. It's probably some vinegar and an old pile of shit. I said it, YouTube, don't block me. I love you. Merry Christmas. Make sure you like and subscribe. Have the best holiday ever, because you deserve it. You're wonderful and phenomenal. Never trust what your heart and your mind is tricking you to think. Because, baby, no matter what you see, it's not real. I love y'all. Bye.